Yeah, obviously yesterday we had an off day, so we got to come back and rest our body for this upcoming week. We know it's going to be a long week, and then obviously just being able to focus today on just what we need to improve and what we didn't do in the Oklahoma game, just kind of improve our team things before we know who we're going to play on Thursday. It's just about us today, and it's about what are we going to do for the SEC tournament. Doesn't really matter who you play, so it's just about, hey, how are we going to play Alabama basketball? How are we going to take care of the ball? How are we going to rebound? And just knowing that, here on out, it's a win or lose or you go home type thing. So.
Sarah, you've played in this tournament before. It's new to some, but you're a veteran on the team. What about this tournament can you take from the previous years that you think could help with this year's success or finding success in this tournament?
Yeah, I think last year, obviously, losing in the first game, that's not what you want to go and do. And so I think for us, we know that, we've been in that situation last year where we didn't want to lose in that first game. And so we've had experience. We have a lot of experience on our team that, like you said, our starting five, we all have played there. We all have been in that arena. And so for some of the younger guys, it's just, hey, it doesn't matter, that it's the SEC tournament. It's still a basketball game at the end of the day. So you just go in and you handle the business the same way that you would if it was a home game or an away game, because at the end of the day, it's just a basketball game. And so I think for us, we're just really excited to go and play. The SEC is a great conference. It doesn't matter who you play. You're going to get your best from anybody because people are fighting for seeding. People are fighting for just making their season last as long as it can. That some people that won't be in the NCAA tournament. So that you're going to get your best every single day in the SEC tournament, because it's kind of like every team is fighting for their own.
Sarah, Ashlee, what did you learn about yourself and this team during those weeks back in January that you weren't able to play and kind of had to watch from the sidelines?
Yeah, I think that, I was able to be in a different role. I was kind of, obviously my voice needed to be the same. Coach Kristy challenged me in a way of like, hey, make sure your leadership role is still the same, even though you can't be on the floor, your voice still matters. And so I think just understanding that, if I do have an off night, we have such great players on our team that it's not just me that wins basketball games. And that's the thing is, like, we have, Essence, Cody, Aaliyah, Nye, Zay Green, like, they stepped up big time when I was out. Carly Weathers does the little things, and just having a team that that doesn't just rely on one person. We have so many people and so many weapons that can do so many different things, and I was just really proud of them and how they stepped up and put me on their back for the time being and me being out. But yeah, I just learned, just the game kind of slowed down for me a little bit when I was out, and I think that really helped me when I came back.
Obviously, you're taking things one game at a time, but for the seniors on this team, you guys have a chance to host. What would that mean to play another game in Coleman? Just kind of extend your time here.
Yeah, I think it would mean everything for us. It's never been done here before, and we wanted to leave a legacy here when we came here. That's what we chose to do when committing to Alabama. We committed to Kristy. We committed to this university. We committed to the fan base, and we just want for everybody to have a couple more games if we can in this arena, and just being able to play in front of the great fans of Alabama would just be it would be amazing for that one last time.
Any more questions, Katie?
You just touched on it. You didn't start your career here, but you're ending it here, and you talk about wanting to leave a legacy. Just what has this season been like, and the opportunities y'all already had and kind of have in front of you to host for the first time, and just the position y'all are kind of in now?
Yeah, I was laughing with my mom the other day. It was actually on senior night. She was like, I can't believe that, this has gone by so fast. And I'm like, yeah, it has. I was like, I didn't know I'd be here, right?
Exactly.
But I think that I'm just very grateful where the Lord has me and where he needs me. Being able to play for Coach Kristy has been honestly one of the most, like, the greatest things that I've ever been able to do. She trusts me. She believes in me. She believed in me ever since high school. She took me back when I put my name in the portal, and I'm forever grateful for that, forever grateful for her and just this coaching staff, because if it wasn't for her giving me another chance, I wouldn't be here. And so I'm just so grateful, and just there's just a lot of gratitude, like our motto, grit, love, and gratitude. That's just what Coach Kristy has for this team and this chemistry, and that's what I've loved about everything about being here. And just the gratitude that comes along with it is you're just so thankful that you have these opportunities and that you get to be with the teammates and all that kind of stuff. Like, you may not remember all the games, but you will remember the people that are surrounded in this program, and I'm just forever grateful for the people that I've been able to meet along the way and the relationships that I've been able to create.
Sarah, in the case that big win over LSU was your last game at Coleman, can you describe what that historic win means to you as somebody who's poured so much into the program over the years?
Yeah, it means a lot. I think obviously last year we thought we could have gotten them here at home or even at their place, and so for us to kind of get over the hump of being able to beat a top 10 team, that was really special for us. And so I think just being able to do it in Coleman Coliseum with the fans that we had a great atmosphere that night. It was just a lot of fun, and I think that's definitely one of those games that you'll look back on and be like, hey, remember when we did that? So I think it's just a lot of smiles, a lot of laughter. It was a really, really fun night, and I'm just hoping that, we'll be able to do it again in here.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks. Roll Tide.
Questions for Coach Curry up here in the front with Elijah.
Coach, with the potential of playing like on 2 or 3 days in a row, I want to ask how important is the bench production going to be in this tournaments?
It's very important, and I think when you play back-to-back days, they do it in the summers all the time. We have 6-day evaluation windows, and so they're used to doing it. They've done it before. I think what we try to do with our preseason schedule, playing back-to-back days at home, and then having the opportunity to go to 2 tournaments and play back-to-back days. Obviously, it's back-to-back, but we feel like, from our strength staff and our athletic trainer and the plan that we have in place from a recovery and everything that we've been about here down the stretch, that we'll be as prepared for it as we can. But it is critical. Every single team this time of year in this environment has to have great bench play. It just is what it is. When your number's called, you got to be ready to go, and you've got to impact the stat sheet beyond points. You've got to do the little things from a rebound, a box out, to hustle play, setting a great screen, getting to your spots, doing your job, and it's going to be critical. Our bench definitely needs to help us.
Coach, these last 2 games obviously have been, very physical. There's been a lot of fouls and free throws. As far as your guys' end, what can you guys do or say before this tournament to try to do what you can do to prevent those from taking over a game?
Yeah, we need to be on the positive side of that. We're able to some degree stay close with LSU, and when you shoot 31 free throws compared to 14, it's going to be really hard to win in this league. So we've got to do a better job of eliminating any softness and being passive from our end. It's a time of year where we have to be at our best from an aggressive attack mentality, and so we have to take onus on, our free throw rate, and then when we get there, converting.
You guys had much success in the regular season. So with that being said, how do you feel about the team's performance leading up to this tournament?
Yeah, we always divide our season into 3 pieces: the preseason, the SEC season, and now, the conference tournament. That's 3. And then you always want that 4th. There are 4 quarters, and we talk about 4 seasons. I think it's a brand new season. It's a brand new opportunity, and it's going to be so much fun. It's always fun this time of year, because you see things happen that maybe aren't supposed to happen. You see teams that, have some really special runs this time of year in conference tournaments, and just the opportunity to compete against the best in the country. And for us to go to Greenville, we feel like we have a great opportunity. And we keep talking about the windshield, not the rearview mirror around here. We're fighting for a light right now. It's about seeding, and it's seeding in the big tournament. So there's a lot to play for from our standpoint.
Obviously, you never want to be without your leading scorer, but how did you see that span of time in January kind of grow Sarah Ashlee in the team when they had to play without her?
Well, I just, it's interesting because I haven't been asked about that a lot. And it's staggering to me that you can go 4-2, and what Aaliyah and I, Essence Cody, Carly Weathers, Zay Green, Diana Collins, our entire group did, especially to go and have a huge road win at Ole Miss. And it's just a credit to those kids for stepping up when their sister was down, and it's a credit to SA. It's like I tried to tell her, it's an opportunity to see the game from a different lens. She wants to go into coaching. So if anything, I thought that it put her in a position to be able to work on her leadership skills. But, the success we've had this season, when you go back and look at that stretch and those kids that stepped up during that time, are incredibly special.
Coach, whoever you play in the first round of the tournament, whether it's either against Florida or Auburn, you'll have already played them once. I want to ask what's sort of different about preparing for a team when you've already played them in the regular season?
Well, I will say this, and not to, we've played Florida twice, you know, and there's that old adage, it's hard to beat somebody 3 times in 1 year. So as a coach, you're sitting here going, oh my goodness, we got to play them a 3rd time because, boy, they can put some points up and they're incredibly talented. They've got an inside game, they've got an outside game, they've got depth and numbers, they're physical on the boards, they can shoot the 3. They've got one of the best freshmen in the league. So I think their record's a little bit like confusing because they're very talented. And then you look at an Auburn team who came in here and got up on us 16. So, you know, it's night in and night out. So many things can happen in the SEC, and you know, we've got our work cut out for us. So we're preparing for both. We're doing a lot of breakdowns today, that if, ands, and buts. The cool thing is they're both so good in transition. They both have an excellent 5-player. So everything that we can work on to kind of prepare for 2. But today is more about Alabama and some things that we need to continue to do to improve a lot of little things that we can work on today.
You said something after the LSU game about if that was Sarah, Ashlee, and Aaliyah's last game, it was worth it because of just what they've done for the program. How would you put into words what these 2 have done for the program and getting them in a position now to potentially host the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I'm not sure that you're going to make me emotional. I'm not sure I have the words for what those 2 have done. The commitment to Alabama, the commitment to be about team first, the commitment to come back. It's not, you know, it's really special. SA will leave with her master's, Aaliyah working on her MBA. You know, I'll also put in there, you know, Crystal making her commitment to come, Gianna's commitment, but Zay Green, you know, what Zay Green has added and given us a 4th scoring dimension, 3rd, 4th. You know, it's strength in numbers in this league. So I have to credit Aaliyah and SA, though, for they will forever be 2 of the greatest, number 1 people and character people, and secondly, just the impact they've had on our program as people. And then obviously the numbers don't lie. So, you know, we have a great opportunity to host. You know, I think you have to go back and look, you know, our win at Ole Miss, whoever it is, this and that, and out there, at the end of the day, you know, if we can go take care of our business, hopefully it's not going to be their last time in here. And then we have a chance, hopefully, to be in the Birmingham Regional. Guys, we've got big hopes and dreams. And, you know, the most important thing, though, is the next game and a sense of urgency with that. And we have a great opportunity in front of us.